Fans of Stranger Things have been counting the days until Season 5, the big final chapter of the mega-hit sci-fi horror series. But just when everyone thought they'd be able to binge it all in one go like before, Netflix surprised everyone. Season 5 is going to be released in 3 parts, and it's not just for fun or to drag things out. There are several key reasons behind this decision, and they all tie into Netflix's smart game plan for keeping people excited, talking, and subscribed through the end of 2025. Let's break down exactly what's going on, and why this split-release strategy actually makes a lot of sense once you look at the bigger picture. To start with, Stranger Things Season 5 will land in 3 batches. The first part drops on November 26, 2025, with episodes 1 to 4. Then we get Part 2 on Christmas Day, which will include episodes 5 to 7. Finally, the big grand finale, Episode 8, is set for New Year's Eve, December 31st. That means Netflix is spreading the season out across over a month, hitting 3 of the biggest holidays of the year. Each part will be released at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, giving fans something to look forward to on Thanksgiving week, Christmas, and New Year's Eve. Instead of one huge drop, Netflix is stretching the suspense, making the finale feel even more epic and event-worthy. So why go this route? First, this kind of staggered release is actually becoming more popular lately. It's a middle ground between the classic binge-watch model, where all episodes drop at once, and the weekly TV model, where new episodes come out once a week. By dropping a few episodes at a time, Netflix gets to give fans enough content to sink their teeth into while also keeping the buzz alive over several weeks. Viewers don't burn through the whole season in one weekend and forget about it. Instead, the conversation continues, theories build, and excitement grows. This happened with Stranger Things Season 4, which was split into 2 parts and had huge engagement both times. It also worked well for Cobra Kai, another Netflix show that used a similar release style. Another reason this works is that the episodes in Season 5 are expected to be long. We're talking movie-length episodes, especially in Parts 2 and 3. That means each volume of the show will feel more like a blockbuster movie event than just a few regular episodes. Think of it like getting 3 mini-movies instead of one big chunk. By doing this, Netflix is creating hype and giving fans time to digest what's happening. Each volume gets its own spotlight, its own reviews, its own fan reactions, and its own moment to shine. And that all leads up to the emotional and action-packed final episode, which is probably going to break hearts and blow minds. But here's the clever part. Netflix didn't just randomly choose these dates. Thanksgiving weekend, Christmas Day, and New Year's Eve are all times when people are at home, with time to relax, and most importantly, to watch TV. This is when viewership on streaming platforms is at its highest. So Netflix is making sure that Stranger Things lands when the most people are watching. It's not just about the fans, it's about the numbers. More viewers mean more buzz, more social media chatter, and more people talking about Stranger Things during the holidays. That's basically a marketing dream. This release plan also helps Netflix in another way. It keeps people subscribed longer. If the whole season dropped in November, some fans might watch it in a weekend and then cancel their subscriptions. But by spreading it out from late November to the very last day of December, Netflix ensures at least 2 months of subscriber engagement. People who want to see how it all ends will have no choice but to stick around, and that's great business for the streaming platform. Now, let's talk about the story itself. Season 5 picks up in the fall of 1987, and things in Hawkins are worse than ever. The town is a mess after the rifts opened up, and the gang is on a mission to finally take down Vecna. But he's vanished. No one knows where he is or what he's planning. Meanwhile, the government has locked down Hawkins with a military quarantine, and they're hunting Eleven again, forcing her back into hiding. The clock is ticking, and as the anniversary of Will's disappearance approaches, so does a deep feeling of dread. The final battle is on the horizon, and this time, it's going to take everyone to win. This last stand is what fans have been waiting for, a showdown between good and evil with massive stakes. By breaking the season into 3 parts, Netflix is giving this huge story room to breathe. Each volume will build on the last, giving fans time to really think about what's going on. Expect cliffhangers, shocking twists, and emotional moments that hit even harder because of the wait between parts. Fans will be talking about this show on social media for weeks, maybe even months. And that kind of ongoing attention is exactly what Netflix wants. Of course, some fans might be annoyed. After all, the original magic of Stranger Things came from being able to binge it all in one go, especially back in Season 1. It was a surprise hit that turned into a cultural phenomenon almost overnight. Some fans miss that feeling, watching late into the night, episode after episode, with no interruptions. But times have changed. The binge model doesn't always work as well anymore, especially for big shows with huge followings. Netflix has learned that spacing things out can keep the excitement going longer, and give their biggest titles a longer life online. Plus, let's be honest, Stranger Things is huge. Few shows have this kind of fan base, and this level of anticipation. Netflix knows that if there's one show that can pull off a 3-part release and still be a hit, it's this one. It's not just another season of a popular show. It's the final chapter of a story that's been building for nearly a decade. This is the kind of show that people talk about in group chats, post theories about on TikTok, and argue over on Reddit. By stretching the release out, Netflix is turning the whole thing into a months-long event, not just a one-weekend binge. So, what does all this mean for fans? Get ready to mark your calendars. Volume 1 comes out on November 26th, perfect for Thanksgiving weekend. Volume 2 hits on December 25th, giving you something intense to watch on Christmas Day. And Volume 3 drops on December 31st, just in time to close out the year with a bang. It's a goodbye to one of the most beloved shows in modern TV history, and Netflix wants to make sure every moment counts. It's not just about watching a show, it's about being part of a global moment. Stranger Things Season 5 is aiming to be one of the biggest streaming events of all time, and Netflix's 3-part plan is a big part of making that happen. So whether you're ready to binge or brace yourself for the wait, one thing's for sure, the final season of Stranger Things is going to be unforgettable.